In 1990, one of the greatest comic book adaptations ever made burst onto the big screen. Warren Beatty's Dick Tracy. With its star-studded cast, bold colours, unforgettable villains, and a tidal wave of merchandise, this film became a short-lived but powerful cultural phenomenon. Now, more than 30 years later, this podcast is here to explore, unpack, and dissect this brightly coloured masterpiece, week by week, scene by scene. So pull up a chair at the Southside Warehouse, because there's going to be a big payoff.
Hello and welcome to Talking Dick, the Dick Tracy movie podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Simon Creswell, and joining me from Flat Top's Barbershop, Mr.
James Tilling.
What haircut did you go for, James, at Flat Top's Barbershop?
Well, I wanted the flat top, but they said that my head wasn't square enough. So I said, give me a Sam Catchem.
I just gave you an orange hat.
Yeah.
Do you think Flat Top chooses that haircut, or do you think that's his deformity as Warren Beatty sees it? He's got literally a flat head. He can't have any other haircut. Yeah,
I think he's stuck with it. I think he'd like to have another hairstyle. Like if he had an afro, at least that would hide it. But obviously he was like, nope. You got to go full flat. Full flat.
Full flat. It was a popular haircut at the time, maybe. The flat top. How are you doing? Have you been catching up on lots of Dick Tracy music this week?
I have been, yes. So I've been going on Spotify and listening to the soundtracks, and obviously you had to make one for one of the albums because you can't actually, there isn't the tangible playlist in there, so it'll be quite exclusive. You probably made the very first playlist for one of these albums.
Yeah, and I cheated quite a bit, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So as we've alluded to, this week on the show, we're discussing the music of Dick Tracy, and that includes the score by Danny Elfman, the soundtrack by Madonna, sort of soundtrack. It's like her third studio album, but it's Dick Tracy themed, and the various artists Dick Tracy album as well, which all seemed to come out in 1990. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe that is right. They all came out. So yeah, quite unusual for a movie to release three completely different soundtracks. Quite odd. Obviously a movie soundtrack, but then accompanying albums. I don't believe of any other film that has done that. Maybe what some of them have done it, some years later, but to coincidentally release three albums is, quite unprecedented.
I can't think of another example. Again, I know we talk about Batman quite a bit, as we always do, but Batman had two soundtracks, didn't it? It had the score, and then it had the Prince album as well.
Yes,
But I don't remember having three, though. So obviously Warren Beatty was like, well, we're trying to top Batman.
Yeah,
let's do three.
Again, it goes back to Warren of just throwing everything into this. I'm going to do a soundtrack. I'm not going to do one. I'm not going to do two. I'm going to do three. So,
well, let's jump in because there's quite a lot to discuss. So when you watch the movie, one thing that stands out is the amazing score, which really kind of goes hand in hand with the images you're seeing. And that's by our man, Danny Elfman, who did Batman. Back to Batman. What's your views on the score? Do you like the score by Danny Elfman? Do you think it's too similar to Batman? Do you think what's your thoughts on it?
Yes, you're right. There is some similarities to Batman. But I think stylistically, the music goes so well. And I've got to think that's exactly why Warren picked him. It's because if he'd heard some of the Batman score prior, which he probably did, that it was like that type of music. It's another detective, isn't it? Another hero. And it does go so well. Obviously, so close to the release dates of those two films, people would have definitely picked up how close they are. Listening to them now, would it feel a little more unique if people aren't picking up the original Batman?
When I was listening to it, I actually heard a bit of Beetlejuice in there as well. I felt there was a little bit.
Well, I guess it's that thing, isn't it? All composers like John Williams, it is a very similar tone. Yeah, and they all have their own desired sound. So you're going to get those similarities. But I think it works. It works well, and I get because Danny Elfman was a young composer at this time. I think he was only in his mid to late 30s.
Yeah.
So he was
still still making stuff, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah. So he was like the new kid on the block, and so it was a desire of Warren of I'm getting this brand new super hot Hollywood young composer in to do my film.
And listen to the soundtrack on Spotify. I mean, going through it, so it's got the main titles. There's a track called After the Kid, Crime Spree, Breathless's theme, Big Boy Bad Boys, Big Boy / Bad Boy, Tess's theme, Slimy DA, Breathless comes on, Meet the Blank, The Story Unfolds, Blank Gets the Goods, Rooftops, Tess's theme reprise, The Chase, Showdown Reunited, and Finale. I've got to be honest, when I listened to it, it was very samey.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on re-listening to it? Or maybe it was your first listen. Have you ever listened to it from start to finish?
No, I don't think I ever have listened to it in its entirety. Just listen, apart from the main tracks that just, that pop out in the film and the little snippets of it. That's all I've listened to. I've never listened to whole long sections. And when you listen to any kind of score like that, it does drag out because you're like, oh, there's a song of a 3-minute song and you're only ever hearing like 30 seconds of it in the film or something, or it gets repeated but very slight tonal changes. So yeah, it's not like an album you'd sit back and listen to and be like, oh, it's so diverse, it's so different. It's like, yeah, same kind of thing again. But
I don't know, a game of poker, a glass of whiskey at 2 a.m. listening to this album, I think that would work.
Yeah.
I really like Tess's theme actually. Of all the ones on the album, that's the one that stands out for me. I really like that little bit of music. Was there anything that stood out for you on the album?
That main theme.
Yeah. At the start, yeah.
Yeah, that goes underneath it. I think that is still my favourite. I remember as a kid getting my stereo and putting it up to the telly on a tape deck and recording the soundtrack so I could have a copy of it. Well, I didn't just ask to get the soundtrack. Maybe at that young age, I didn't realise you could get soundtracks. So I thought, and anyway, why do you need the soundtrack? I could just record it off the telly.
Yeah, CDs were expensive, and people forget they were like, £15 for a CD. But you're right, the main titles is really good. And then if with the film, it all works perfectly. But listening to it as an album, I was less kind of less enthusiastic as the tracks sort of merged into one. But did you know this album is 34 minutes? Did you know there's a longer version?
Oh, no.
It's currently on eBay. It looks like it's quite rare, but there is a double CD. Anyone that's wanting to buy it on eBay at the moment, it's $210, and was released in 2016. And this version has got 37 tracks on one side and 42 tracks on the other. So CD2 says unedited and additional original scores and cues. Wow. And CD1 is the original score album. But there's tracks on there. Lips Needs a Bath. Lips Gets a Bath. Walnuts.
I need to hear this.
Well, have you got $210? That could be yours.
Yeah, I wish I did.
And then there's Tracy Finds Tess and Bait and Peach Juice too. I mean, we're going to have to get this, aren't we? Somehow we're going to have to find it.
I mean, this could be nearly the fourth album.
It could. Apparently it's rare, according to this guy on eBay. But so just something we need to, for a future episode, if we ever get a copy of that, we can listen to the 4-disc Danny Elfman score.
Yeah. Okay.
My friend David collects autographs, and he met Danny Elfman at a convention. And what you're thinking is, well, what did he get signed? Did he get a Batman poster signed? Did he get a Dick Tracy poster signed? No, he went for a DVD copy of One Foot in the Grave.
Why?
Because the Danny Elfman score for Batman appears in an episode of One Foot in the Grave.
Oh my God. I thought you were going to say because Danny Elfman composed the music for One Foot in the Grave. Yeah.
That would be funny. I was to say, for any American listeners, they're probably like, what is One Foot in the Grave? Get Googling. Great comedy.
I've got to see that episode now of where that appears in it.
I know, and I've seen this signed DVD by Danny Elfman. I was like, why didn't you get a Batman poster signed? But I think he was trying to be different. So anyway, moving on. Now, I haven't got the album we just talked about on vinyl, but I will get it at some point. But I do have the next one we're going to talk about, James, which is which one?
Yeah. So this is the Madonna, is it I'm Breathless? I think the album's called, is it?
Yeah, I'm Breathless. Down there in the left-hand corner of anyone watching. Yeah, this is her. I think it's her third studio album. So she literally did like True Blue. Was it Like a Virgin after that? And then this was her third album. So quite early in her career.
Yeah, you know what? Till I listened to this album, just this week, I kind of didn't realize it was actually considered a Madonna album. I didn't actually. I thought it was like something that she'd done, put a few tracks on, but it's not. It's actually a Madonna album.
Yeah, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 track album. It's a full piece of work. So, what are your thoughts on listening to this week? What, is it probably the first time you've heard it? Was it, or have you heard it before?
I think I'd listened to obviously Vogue, which is the big hit that's on there, and Hanky Panky. I think those are the ones that kind of I'd heard them before, and obviously the bits of the songs that were kind of redone in the film. But kind of going through it, it was so much more kind of swingy, jazzy, cabaret music than I thought it was going to be. So, rather it's like, I'll do a couple of stylistically Dick Tracy 30s songs, and then I'll just do my own stuff. And it's not. It's like a concept album, if that's the right word to use. So it's like,
I think it is.
Yeah, it's just like, it's like so different from all of her other stuff, and she stuck to it all the way through.
I mean, it's not quite Pink Floyd's The Wall.
No.
Or Radiohead's OK Computer, but I was going to say, I can't work out if that's Warren Beatty on the cover or not. I'm sort of zooming in there. Is that him, or is that just a stand-in?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I'd say it's him, but you're right. It could easily have been a stand-in, couldn't it?
Yeah. So what tracks jumped out at you? Because obviously, just before we go any further, there's 3 tracks on here which are written by Stephen Sondheim, who's essentially like an American composer, very similar to Andrew Lloyd Webber. Who was roped in to do some of the songs on this, and he did Sooner or Later, More, and What Can You Lose? They're the 3 Stephen Sondheim tracks, which stand out massively compared to things like Hanky Panky and what's the banana one?
Yes, that banana one.
I'm Going Bananas. Yes. But so sorry. What tracks stood out for you? What did you enjoy? I'm Going Bananas.
Yeah, you know what? That one actually was quite fun because those other tracks, they're quite synthy as well. You can tell it's like a synth that's kind of going on. It's like they've put all the time and the effort into Madonna and her vocals, and kind of like maybe held back a bit. Like, we're not going to bother getting a full piece orchestra for these numbers. But one thing I found out, I think apparently that she did as well, to get that like kind of raspy voice, she started smoking. Okay. Yeah, to try and get that closer voice. And again, when you listen to it, she does sing quite differently and goes kind of quite deep at points, which I was like, I thought she was doing that again in the movie for the pieces, but she didn't. She was doing it to try and sound kind of more 2030. So my appreciation for this album has gone up.
Is she trying to sound like The Blank? Is there like hidden clues in there? Like, what can you lose? So the first track, He's a Man, I really liked that opener. I think her voice is really high. It sounds like classic Madonna. I don't remember ever hearing that track, so I really enjoyed that. But then Sooner or Later, I mean, it's in the film. Yeah. Just a classic. I just love that song. Probably because of the connection to the film as well. You can picture the scene.
Sooner or later, you're gonna be fine. Baby, it's time that you faced it. I always get my man.
And her singing.
The same thing for More as well. I'm just thinking of Big Boy. Yeah. Doing his More at the end. More.
Yeah. But the track as well, What Can You Lose? Obviously, there's a duet on that one. It is Mandy Patinkin. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the vocals on it. I was going to ask you, do you think Mandy Patinkin is singing on it? But he is, according to this.
Oh, wow.
That's actually him. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah, I didn't know he could sing. I love that song. I think that's a really nice song. Just a really simple, beautiful song, and you could tell it's written by someone like Stephen Sondheim because it's like a classic musical feel to it, isn't it?
It does. I mean, that's a good point you've made there. That it's like some of these songs are like musical numbers from musicals, and they do feel like that.
But if they released Dick Tracy the musical on stage in the West End, bloody got the songs.
Yeah,
like come on, guys. Get on Broadway.
yeah, definitely.
But maybe cut out the I'm Going Bananas. Yeah. But what also made me laugh, on the last couple of tracks, Now I'm Following You Part 1 and Now I'm Following You Part 2, which again were very trashy, early 90s not great. But at one point she says something like, I don't know if you caught this, Dick. Oh, that's an interesting name. And then the song goes, Dick, 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 Dick. Like, just starts like looping the word Dick. Did you catch that?
I did. This is part one, part two. So part one is a more traditional sounding, kind of keeping in with the 30s swinging sound.
Yeah.
And then it suddenly sounds like it's skipping. And then it goes into the second one, which is the part two. And then that becomes a bit more like modern rap, lady 80s. But did you know as well, I looked to see, who is she duetting with in that?
Well, according to this, Warren Beatty. I just read it. Yeah.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Only when I read into it. So I was like, what?
I need to listen to that again now. I can't even picture him on the track.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a whole band that have done this album. I'm just looking to see if there's any famous names on there. I can't see anyone else jumping out at me. The other tracks we haven't talked about, Cry Baby, which I don't really remember, and Something to Remember are on there. And then Back in Business. What did you notice about Back in Business?
Yeah, it's not the same.
It's not the same, is it? It's different to the film.
No, that was. Yeah. I was like thinking, where we go? Back in Business. Like but yeah. So maybe that's on the that other double CD 300-hour version.
Well, this is what's weird. If there's 3 albums and you can't get Back in Business from the film on any of those 3 albums, that's bizarre. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Like, why didn't they release that version?
Yeah, because that recording exists somewhere. So why not use it?
We need a box set, don't we, of everything gathered together. And then Vogue was kind of banged on the end, I think, because it was a #1 single, and they obviously just thought, we'll put it on this album as a selling point.
I was going to say, when you're saying about the chart positions there, because I obviously thought, Vogue's got to be up there, isn't it? But did you know that Hanky Panky was also in the charts as well? Did you know that?
I didn't know. Well, I thought it might have charted, but what position?
Yeah, so go on. So have a guess then. So you can.
Is this UK or US chart?
I could do both. So we'll do the US Billboard chart. Where do you think it got to there?
Well, I think Vogue probably got to #1 in both.
No, this is just Hanky Panky.
Just Hanky Panky. Okay. Yeah. So in the US, I don't know, 15,
10.
Okay.
Yeah. And then what do you think in the UK?
20.
#2.
Oh my!
What year was that? That was June 1990. Yeah, because funny enough, when I spoke to my wife about it, she went, "Yeah, I remember Hanky Panky." And I was like, "Really? Like, when was that ever played?" And yeah, it was actually released.
Very cheesy, isn't it? It's not like a vintage Madonna song.
Yeah, but you're right. Obviously, with Vogue, that got #1 in UK and US. So, but that was. Yeah, to put that one huge song of hers on there, that was like the backbone of that whole album, really.
Yeah. The album, special thanks to Andy Pally, P-A-L-E-Y. I'm calling him Andy Pally. It could be Paley. I'll come back to him in a bit. Seymour Stein, Stephen Sondheim, Brian Malaut, and Warren Beatty for giving me the chance. There you go. Shout out to Warren.
What actually got Madonna into the film? Was it for the music? Was it for the acting? What was the deal with it all? And I read that apparently she wasn't Warren Beatty's first choice to play Breathless. And she really wanted to do it. And so basically said, I'll sing the songs and do the music, do the album. And so she was really got so heavily invested into the whole project. And I think she obviously had quite a lot of kind of creative control. I think she was... Because on the album, it was co-wrote, co-produced, and conceptualized by her.
Yeah.
So that was the big draw for her. So it's funny that how like Warren actually, funny enough, wasn't necessarily going to go with her. Obviously, that'd be a fun one to look at to find out who were his first choices. She wanted to do it, and obviously this was her hopeful springboard to becoming a Hollywood actress as well.
I mean, in 2026, this is like, I don't know, DiCaprio making a passion project, like saying, I really want to make a Scooby-Doo movie, and then getting Taylor Swift to write exclusive songs for it, and then getting someone like Andrew Lloyd Webber to knock up a few songs as well. Isn't it? When you just think of the power, the amount of people involved in this. Yeah, I mean, we'll come back to Madonna. We need to do a whole episode on Madonna because there's lots to cover with I think Madonna and Breathless and stuff. But in terms of her music generally, I mean, do you ever listen to Madonna? Is she ever on your playlist?
I think maybe if I go to like an 80s playlist and it pops up, Like a Prayer, that's one of my favourites. That's a great track. And the one she did for, what was the one she did for Austin Powers? Is it Beautiful Stranger.
Beautiful Stranger.
Yeah.
No, my dad had a couple of albums after this, Something to Remember, which I think was a compilation album. And I think he might have had Erotica as well. I just picture my dad driving around listening to Erotica. So, yeah, she's got a sentimental spot because, she was very good. I mean, she is very good. She's Madonna, isn't she? You know, she's like female Michael Jackson, for God's sake. But yeah, really interesting how much she put into this project. I think that's a really... Yeah, she didn't do it ironically. She didn't do it as a laugh. She actually committed and seems to have done some vocal work, as you said earlier, to get that sound, you know.
She genuinely, I think, really wanted to do it. I don't think there was any kind of, contractual obligation or a favour. She wanted to be in this film. She wanted to do the music.
Yeah. The Danny Elfman score is sort of, 5 out of 10, and Madonna's sort of 8 out of 10. I think we're on now to the third album, which is just a curiosity, really, a really odd. I mean,
I would say when I first genuinely didn't know about this until you told me, and it's the kind of thing if you didn't say, I'd be like, this is some weird dodgy bootleg. Like, this isn't real. This is someone trying to cash in. Just put Dick Tracy on the cover, chuck a load of random tracks on, and sell it. But that's not the case. This is a real album. Real songs have been written. As random and as weird as they are, it's the real deal. It's completely and utterly official.
And it had a single, which we're going to get into in a minute, performed by Ice-T.
Yeah.
Just to tell you then, so I've got this on vinyl. Unfortunately, when it came, it was damaged. So it's actually bent. If anyone can pick it up on the camera, but it's So I've not been able to play it. Well, I can probably play the later tracks, but the early tracks are bent, so I won't be able to play
it might pitch shift up and down a bit as it goes.
There's no way of listening to this because it's not on Spotify. It's not on YouTube. It's quite difficult to find on CD. It's a bit of a weird one, but let's try and cover what it is because I don't really know what it is. So Ice-T did a song for it called Dick Tracy. Which he put out as a single as well, right? So amongst the Madonna singles for this film and the Danny Elfman soundtrack, T, obviously American rapper in the early 90s, put this track out, which I hadn't really heard till today. And you listened to it for the first time as well?
Yes, yeah.
We need to play a clip if we can because it's just bizarre.
It was gambling that brought the rising star of mobster Big Boy Caprice to zenith and brought crime buster Dick Tracy onto his scent.
I don't know how to describe it. What were your thoughts on the Ice-T track, which is the key track on this album?
Yeah, it's just like it's full blown Dick Tracy. It really is, and I'm really disappointed that I didn't hear this as a kid because you know what, I genuinely think I would have gone into hip hop.
Yeah.
If I had.
Well, I've got the lyrics in front of me. I can read you a little bit of it.
Please, go.
Dick Tracy, look out, crooks. You better break out because Tracy's chilling on a stakeout. He's in town and he's hunting Big Boy Caprice. Tracy's on the CASE, the case. It's no win if you think about doing crime. Tracy have you doing time. When you're dealing with hoods like Flat Top, he roams solo. He doesn't need a backup cop. He just talks on the radio. That's on his wrist. Pat Patton, I'll hook him up quick. He makes his move, but suckers his way for pay. Dick Tracy don't play. I mean, it goes on.
Yeah.
But it's got little sound effects in it, hasn't it? It's got like clips from, well, whatever clips from the film or unique clips. Yeah, I don't know. I loved it in some respects. Yeah.
But also as well, it's not a short track, is it? So you look at the road, it's like nearly 7 minutes.
And then I went to listen to the radio edit and the instrumental and then like another remix because they're all on the same. You've got to be diehard, haven't you, to be listening to all that? You know.
I tried to look, but I couldn't find any information. How did he get Ice-T on this?
Well, Ice-T was quite new at the time. He wasn't like as well known as he is. So perhaps he was an up and coming. And Warren Beatty went around to music studios and went, well, who's new and fresh that would like to do like a rap track?
Yeah.
Again, connecting with that young audience, like Batman with Prince.
That's it.
So this album seems to have been produced by this guy named Andy Paley, whatever his name is, who was credited on the Madonna record as well. So he's had some involvement in all these, and he died a couple of years ago. But seems to have been a music producer that's kind of put all this stuff together. lot of these tracks are by well-known artists and appear to be like quite old, like there's one by Jerry Lee Lewis, etc. But a lot of them also have Andy Pally, let's call him Pally or Paley, on them. He's performing on them. So I haven't listened to the ones on this album because it's broken, but I'm assuming they're all recorded especially for the film as well. Or at least some of them are. What's your views?
The tracks that I could listen to online, it's like, again, they're all jazzy, swing. Some of them go maybe a little more kind of country westerny, but the Jerry Lee Lewis one doesn't go quite in that timing. But
they're like speakeasy, like late at night listening to or about whiskey and stuff, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right, exactly. So they've all, the people that he's got in have all been tasked with, again, like Madonna did a whole album's worth of music from that era. He's got individual artists trying to do songs of that era in their style.
But this is what's weird though. He's got some old songs on here, and then he's got some songs that seem to have been made for this album. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's quite confusing to even look at it, but I'll try and quickly go through. So we got "Riding the Rails" by K.D. Lang, and "Take 6." I don't know what "Take 6" is. Then you got "Pep, Vim and Verve" performed by Jeff Vincent and Andy Pally. You know, you got "It Was the Whiskey Talking, Not Me" performed by Jerry Lee Lewis, which seems to be an old track. "You're in the Doghouse Now" performed by Brenda Lee, which seems to be an old track. Brenda Lee of Rocking Around the Christmas Tree fame. You got "Some Lucky Day" performed by Andy Pally, which we haven't heard because I can't find any of his music on Spotify. Then you got "Blue Nights" performed by Tommy Page. Don't know that one yet. "Wicked Woman, Foolish Man" performed by August Darnell. Again, I couldn't find much about him. "The Confidence Man" performed by Patty Austin. "Looking Glass Sea" performed by Erasure. And I went to Erasure's Spotify. I can't find this track, "Looking Glass Sea."
Erasure did a track?
Yeah, I said, Little respect.
Oh my God. That's crazy. I wonder if maybe this Andy Pally, these were being a music producer, these were friends, connections, and he just managed to draft people in. Like, you wonder if Ice-T was connected to this record label that he was doing stuff with, and that's how he kind of got him.
Well, James, that's just side one. I haven't even got to side two yet.
Oh my God.
Because side two is Dick Tracy performed by Ice-T, which is the single. Then we got "Slow Rollin' Mama" performed by Laverne Baker, which is an old track. "Rompin' and Stompin' performed by Al Jarreau, which I can't remember if I found it or not. "Mr. Fix It" performed by Darlene Love. Again, she did a Christmas song. "Mr. Fix It" again performed by Darlene Love. So there's two in one go on the album. One's the 1930s version,
right,
and one's a modern one. Again, we only heard one. "It Was the Whiskey Talking, Not Me." So it's the same track again, performed by Jerry Lee Lewis, but this is the rock and roll version. So now they're doubling up the tracks. "Dick Tracy" by Ice-T again, but this one is the 90s mix. And then finally, two more tracks. "Herida del Demili" performed by Offa Haza and Duncan DeHoo. And then "Mamma Mia" performed by Les Negros Verdes, which I think I sent to you, which was like a kind of Spanishy one.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, what is this album?
I know. Yeah.
It's got double tracks, same tracks, rap, 1930s songs, Spanish songs. It's just, how does it even represent? And it says at the bottom of it, "Selections from the film." Selections from the film. None of it's in the film.
It's like it was a PR thing, but you're looking back at it now, I can't see how that ever worked. Maybe there was an idea, nice picture on the back.
The kid on the car on the back of it.
But like how it was meant, what it was meant to do. I guess thinking like, there's some new artists, old artists. You know, do they think they were going to get the Jerry Lee Lewis fan base coming along to watch the movie because he did a track on this album? I don't know.
What I've heard about Jerry Lee Lewis, wasn't he basically Steve the Tramp?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
I don't know. For me, it feels one step too far. You've got your score. You've got Madonna doing a soundtrack. Why on earth was this needed? And it's one of those things online. Like you think when you go on Google, everything's on there in the world. I can't find any information about this apart from Discogs. It's on there, but beyond that, anyway, if you know about this album or you've heard it and your copy works, please email us and let us know your thoughts. Which are the key tracks? The Ice-T one is on Spotify and well worth listening to, isn't it?
It was. I know. I'd love to get a 7-inch single of that one.
Well, you might get one for Christmas, or your birthday, whichever one comes first.
Either or.
No, it does exist. But so that's all the music. I don't think there's anything else out there. But if there is a double Madonna album or another version of that album with extra tracks, God forbid, then please let us know. When we do listen to that, we might have to do another podcast in the future covering the tracks we haven't heard yet. But I don't know when we're going to ever hear it. So top 3 tracks then from all the music here. Is there anything? What are kind of the top 3 for you that you would pull out of all the music from the film?
The duet that Madonna and Andy Papkin do. What Can You Lose?
Same.
That's well up there. After I found out Warren Beatty was on the Now I'm Following You Part 1, it went up a bar.
Yeah. You're not going for part 2 with the dick.
Yeah, that hasn't aged well. And then obviously the Ice-T track, the full 6.5 minute version. Yeah, it's just great. It's just
a song that also mentions Prune Face. I mean, I'm just going to read this line. He got to get Prune Face numbers and the rodent pack. Influence and the thugs at the Ritz understand. This Tracy don't quit till he gets his man. I mean, Stephen Sondheim couldn't write that.
No, he couldn't. I'd love to see an interview and someone ask a question to Ice-T about that. I just love it. I bet nobody has because nobody knows.
There might be a music video. I actually forgot to check.
Yeah. That's a good shout.
That's something we should do straight after this.
What were your favourite tracks, though?
I think the same as you. What Can You Lose? Sooner or Later. More those Madonna ones. And I think Tess's theme. Big shout out to Tess's theme. I think it's nice. For me, it's like Yoda's theme. It's that little kind of recurring little motif that you just gives you a little smile. So I think we've covered all the music. I don't think there's anything else to say. Anything else you want to add to the music?
One thing I did read that Andy Papkin and I believe Warren as well recorded more tracks apparently, but how substantiated that is I don't know. But I was like, that'd be cool. So you never know. So there might be some more recordings out there that never got released.
Because if there's a longer cut of the film as well, perhaps they would have needed additional songs within that.
For another montage.
Yeah, for another montage to the Banana song.
Yeah. I have to make my own.
This brings us on to the last part of our weekly purchases. Have you made any Dick Tracy purchases this past week?
No, I haven't. Still been looking. Hopefully you're going to redeem this for me and you have made a purchase.
I have, yes. Mine was actually mine was from Vinted.
Yep.
We're giving away too many tricks here, aren't we? Because all the people listening to this that are into Dick Tracy will be on these... on eBay and Vinted trying to buy stuff, competing with us.
Yeah.
I purchased this Dick Tracy official sticker book.
Oh.
Now, it's very small and it's made by Applause. We'll get to their episode at some point. And it's basically scenery from the film. It's little scenes. And then you've got some packs of stickers with it. So there's actually 3 different packs.
Oh, wow.
So the first pack is Prune Face and Dick Tracy and a car. Then you've got one with Big Boy, guns, car, Dick Tracy logo. And then this one, probably my favourite, you've got Itchy, Dick Tracy and the Kid, flat top, more guns and a pair of handcuffs. So
that's amazing.
I'm not going to open them, but I believe you would peel them off. Oh, to be honest, I think there's 3 packs here, but I think there's the same 3 in each pack. It would be my understanding. So yes, there's 9 stickers there. So yeah, go in here. It says on there 20p. So someone
is that how much you paid?
I paid £8.
Still a bargain.
So, but someone obviously this one says 10p. So someone cleared up in like 1993.
Brilliant.
Stuck it in the cupboard and then made £8 in 2026. Yeah, just thought it was cool. Never seen it.
Yeah.
I'm really tempted to open a pack of stickers and start sticking them on my work laptop and stuff, but try and resist. Yeah, so that's my purchase. I need to I've kind of built it into my monthly expenses now. You know, it's like gas, electric, water, Dick Tracy products.
That's a good idea. I think I'm going to have to do the same thing. Set some money aside each week.
We'll be over to you next week because my budget's used up.
Okay, right. Yeah,
if we're doing 4 episodes a month, we've got to kind of pace this out.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's all the news. That's all the purchases. Anything else you want to add, Dick Tracy wise, before we say goodbye and disappear for another week?
I don't think so. No, I'll just take a nice slurp out of my cup.
Oh, he's got the Dick Tracy mug.
Yeah, with the gun handle there.
Yeah, I've got mine as well. Mine looks like a knockoff. Looks quite cheap. Maybe it was with an Easter egg. Maybe there was a Dick Tracy Easter egg.
It does look like an Easter egg one.
It does.
So yeah, so I guess I'll say is cheers.
See you next week.
See you next week. Thanks for listening. If you'd like to get in touch, you can email us at dtmoviepodcast@gmail.com. You'll also find us on X and Instagram at dtmoviepodcast. Or come and join our Facebook group, the Dick Tracy Movie Podcast. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel for bonus videos and extra content.